Howdy everybody, welcome back to the channel. Well, I'm Colton, that's Courtney. Y'all can see her, she's a little freaked out right now. Can y'all see where we're at? We're in a graveyard. Not sure why. We just was going to a storage auction and figured, hey, let's film the intro in a graveyard.
Well, not just that. We got a little time to kill.
A little time to kill, so we're out here looking at graves in our fun time. It's something we do. We've never done this. I think my grandmother's buried here though, I ain't sure. Best I can recall, somewhere up here. Anywho's, we're going to a storage auction. We got like 20 minutes to kill, so we're gonna kill it here. And let's jump right into it and show you what storage unit buyers go through. I don't think this is it. Well, we will go through this.
Oh, we won't go through this.
But generally, the units we buy, this is what happens to the people who own them. Probably bought their stuff before.
They don't creep me out as much as like I can't walk on one.
That's disrespectful. Hey, y'all like it? Share it and subscribe it. Let's go.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
It was at this moment that he knew.
I screwed up!
Go, hustle hard, hustle.
Thumbnail. Okay. Y'all, we couldn't find her. She's buried somewhere up there on that hill. Up there, but I ain't sure. Couldn't find her. We ain't got that long to waste though. Y'all see the old pickup down there? It's kind of muddy too, ain't it? Them are pretty.
Somebody tell me what the requirements are for between a headstone and a casket.
I know. What? Between the headstone, it's 2 feet. Get it? 2 feet?
I wasn't doing that joking. I said that seriously. I walked right into that.
Hey, we had to go to Lowe's first to get some safest playground surface stuff for the playground at the house. Look, that's still mounted up. R.I.P.
There's a lot of them that are up there.
Up there is a road that goes up there, and somebody turned around on somebody. Crazy.
No, it was tractor marks.
Tractor marks. Think there's any fish in that pond?
I don't know.
So I feel like I should preface by saying that I mean no disrespect to anybody who's passed along. I have a deep sense of respect for what I do, but in this business, this is the reality of it. Most of the time that a storage unit comes up for auction, it's a bad situation. And people have either died, you know, or they're in prison, which we'll be there in a little bit to see that, but it's just part of it. And being in this business, you got to understand you're going through somebody's life that's been put into storage, and you got to figure out what to do with it. Alright y'all, so the auction just ended. Didn't film it because I didn't want it to be awkward. There's only a little group of us that do it, probably 6 people maybe.
Well, it was a different group altogether today.
But today there was only one other heavy hitter here who actually pays up for stuff. The other people are just getting their tax returns coming out. So you got that to contend with this time of year. But he did make the statement on one of them that somebody had passed away and the kids didn't want none of the stuff, you know. So that kind of goes in line with this video. This one wasn't the case. This was just a guy who didn't pay. He lives right down the road apparently. He works nights, but he said he called his daddy, his sister, everybody, and he just didn't pay. He didn't want it, so we bought it. That's one of the few things where somebody just don't want it and don't pay.
Or can't afford it.
Can't afford it, but most of the time it's either they're in jail or they're dead. So I'm gonna give y'all a sneak peek of this one and tell you why I bought it, and then the next video we're gonna come down here and go through it. Okie dokie, so here's we are. This is exactly what we seen, exactly how it is when we bought it. We just paid for it and come back over here.
We paid $150.
I paid $150 for this, okay? One, I could tell, okay, this was a dresser. I could see that, obviously. But you can't see the front of it or the condition. So what I did is I come to here and I looked at the top of it. So I can see the top of it, and then I can see there's a couch back in there.
This is what we could see.
This is why I bought it, okay? And then I could see the drawer front, which looks really nice, like wood, looks nice. So I knew that had to go to this, so that tells me what the front of the dresser looked like. I could see the love seat, and then I could see this dryer. And then there's a big fireplace type hearth right there. So I bid accordingly. You could look at it 2 or 3 ways. The way I looked at it was, you know, we got 2 couches. Don't know if this has all the drawers, so I'm not paying much attention to that with my valuation. And we got a dryer. So I know the 2 couches, I'll be able to get $254 probably. The dryer, if it works, another $125. So that's what, $375. So I said, well, it's half that, and that'll be my limit. So we paid $150 for this. We actually got it a little cheaper. So I wasn't bidding on anything else but what I could see. Now, now the last unit we just went to, I couldn't see anything. You know, the guy said that, what was the deal with that one? I don't remember, but it was a climate controlled. There was boxes skirted around the edge, a box in the floor, and it said collectibles. But you couldn't see in the boxes, you couldn't tell.
It wasn't a lot in the unit though.
And me and the other heavy hitter, we went at it up to $300, and I think I've run them up a lot. And
I think it was at 310 when we left.
It's not meaning to be running them up. It's, we're in the same business. We know we both have decent eyes. We know what we can get for stuff, so we get there.
And, I think they pay a little more than we do for stuff, but.
And that was one of them. We were both. I think he was trying to pay me back a little bit, and we ran it up $300, and we walked off. And he bought it, and I don't know if he'll ever make his money. He'll not. But the benefit is that he knows what's in the boxes now, and I don't. So he could have struck it big, could not have. But we gambled. We were gambling. So we're just gonna give you a quick preview of this to show you what's to come and how it is. And let me look real quick and tell you if it's got all the drawers. It appears we're missing 4 drawers.
There's some on this couch over here.
So we got 1 here, so they're probably in here.
I see either see a.
I see 1, 2 right here off the bat. There's 1, 2. So they're probably in here. But that's a good thing I didn't just bid specifically into that.
There's a Nike shoe. Looks fairly older. Back the
yeah, you'll see that old Nike shoe back there. And you know, doing these live auctions too gives you the advantage over being online. Online, you only see what they want you to see technically because it's pictures, but you can't move around like this and bend over or get a light in the corner, or you can't. One of the biggest things is smell it. You can tell a lot of, you know, how it smells, y'all.
Now the first one we looked at, the gentleman did pass away.
And he said no, the first one was the guy he'd been hounding him and his mama not to sell that unit.
Oh yeah. Okay,
and they wanted it bad. And I heard that comment and I was like, I'm gonna go on this one, but then I looked in and I seen rats that chewed a bunch of stuff up. Courtney alerted.
Seen the rats.
So I didn't want to mess with it, so I didn't. But
you have to understand, y'all, it wasn't just a little bit of rat paper. It was like this rat ate so much McDonald's wrappers.
But the good thing about it is you can smell it, and I can also see. I'm looking, when I'm up here, I'm looking at the stuff. I'm trying to take it all in, trying to figure out the condition of stuff. I'm looking at the floor to see if I can see mouse crap in here. And I got a clear line of sight down through there, and I don't see 1 rat dropping hardly.
Well, there's also
there's a couple right here.
But that could have come out of furniture already.
But they're not. It's not like a lot of them. So you can see, you can smell. They're a lot better. I mean, you're only bidding then against people who are here. You're not bidding against everybody in a 100-mile range or whatever on storage treasures. And now the downside to that is you can come to an auction after auction after auction, and as y'all know, 9 out of 10 are garbage. It's people who didn't want the stuff. They left it, took what they could get, and then all the trash they just left in here. So you're having to waste more time looking through them, but the benefit is you get to see and smell, and you pay sometimes cheaper.
And the first unit wouldn't have been bad. We seriously thought about it, but I just didn't want to mess with all the rats in it. Because when you see that, and then you see the rat poop.
Oh, here's another drawer. So we're down to missing 1 drawer.
Alright, let's open the dryer and see what it looks like.
Well, let me just peek over here real quick. So there's a nightstand.
There's some diapers.
The dresser don't look bad.
We're missing the legs to that couch.
I'm sure they're in here. I got extra legs. What do they look like?
I don't know.
We keep legs and extra pieces you got to nowadays.
You'll see what we see.
Yeah, that's a couch cushion. So, I mean, we're going to definitely do alright on it. You know, sometimes. And, y'all, some of our biggest scores ever concerning gold or anything's come out of trashy looking units. So, it's you never know in this game.
Let's just look in this drawer since it's sitting here.
I mean, will this one be one of them gold ones? I highly doubt it. It's a coin.
It's a Lakers coin.
Kobe.
Oh, God, that was slimy. There's a drawer.
But
That's
another
gross.
good thing with this unit is it's not full enough. I can just hook the trailer on. We're close enough to home. Come down here and load the trailer with it. You know?
Yep.
So it won't be long. It won't take us long. It's easy money. Just drive down here and get it. So, yeah. That's it. So now what we're going to do, we're going to close this up, lock it up. We'll come back and get this here in the next couple of days. So that'll be the next video, but we got some more stops to make. So y'all bear with us.
It's not bad. There's your Bible. You want to flip through it real fast?
Nope.
I need some sanitizer. That's gross.
Alrighty, y'all. So, in case y'all didn't know, we have a membership available. It's $4.99 a month down below. You get to see the videos at least, just blow it up in, at least 24 hours early. Sometimes a little bit more. Sometimes, you know, that's the way it goes. And you're going to get a little name badge. You're going to be put into a members only section, so you can see posts from me and you can see the videos early, which will give you an advantage because we're about to give away this tumbler, as y'all would have seen in, not the last video, but the video before that. It's a 20-ounce subliminal duo skinny tumbler, brand new. Got the lid.
It's got two lids.
Two lids. Those lids, y'all.
The other one's on
And
the
it's
bottom.
white. A cool little water bottle.
No, that goes back down.
So we're gonna give this away to the very first member who's got this far and sees this. Comment you want it. Say I want the cup, and it's gonna be yours. First member. You gotta be a member. And we're gonna do better giveaways later on, stuff from units. And we're eventually gonna, maybe next month, get into an auction for y'all. So it's gonna be well worth it. We'll make it worth your while. And we appreciate all the support. So you can click the link in the description or in the pinned comments and help a brother out. And we'll give y'all some free stuff. So right yonder, y'all can see it. It's Jill, right? And unfortunately, that's one of the other things that happen to people. They either pass away, they go to jail, maybe they're hooked on drugs and alcohol, or, you know, they're just on hard luck and they lose their unit. Maybe they lost their job. And that's the reality of this. And it's up to us, people like me and y'all, if y'all buy storage units, to take the stuff and sell it. So you can't really be that emotional in this business. So we understand, and coming from an emotional aspect, that this is people's livelihoods we're handling. But you gotta, you know, you gotta block that stuff out of your head, because we're in this as a business. We're taking said goods and we're separating said goods from trash and stuff like that, and we're selling it to make money for our families and our livelihoods off of somebody else's situation, whether it's good, bad, you know, or death, or most of the time it's bad. We understand all and respect all of that. Stay up. You know, so we do have respect for that. But when we do buy units and they're trash and we're sorting through them and we're discouraged, or we may seem you know, miserable human beings, you know, saying this is garbage. Well, 90% of it is. I mean, it's stuff that's maybe had a sentimental meaning to someone and they put it into storage, but it has no meaning to me. And monetarily speaking, it's worthless or it's busted and they just wanted to hold on to it. You know how people are. So when it's a business aspect and we got money in this, and this is for my livelihood and my business, you know, yeah, we look at it sometimes negatively, like this is a crap unit or this is trash, and you know, it is what it is. And you know, what do you do when you do get these units? You know, you can try to buy good units all the time where you don't have trash and it's new stuff, but I mean, the reality of storage unit buying and people who are trying to get into this is the reality. You know, all this is the reality. This is nothing but garbage that we pulled out of storage units. Me and Courtney, we sell a bunch of stuff, we trash a bunch of stuff, we donate a bunch of stuff. And we've actually got this is a 12 by 40 storage unit, and this is our trash unit. This is what we do with all our trash. All the stuff we can't sell at our store that we don't want to put into the dumpster because it is good, we put it into here. All of our trash, we put it into here. One side's trash, one side's to donate. And once it gets full, as you can see, it was fuller than this yesterday. But once it gets full, we hire a guy. You know, he comes over here and he goes through it all and he pulls all the good stuff out and he takes whatever he wants to keep. He keeps and takes and resells or whatever. And then he takes loads to other thrift stores around here and drops off. And he sorts the trash. All this. And then we pay him. He comes and takes all his trash and hauls it off. And then we're left with nothing but an empty unit again. Cycle repeats. Now, if we didn't have a guy to haul this off, we would do the same thing. Take the good stuff to the thrift stores. Because probably they got more space. A lot of this stuff's good. Clothing, pots and pans, you know, that are decent looking. It's all good stuff. Just we don't want to sell it because we have to be selective because of our space in our store to sell it. We can only take the best of the best. So the rest of the stuff he takes and donates. But what we would do, the same thing. Take and donate the trash, drop a 30-yard dumpster right there, and it goes into that. Or we take the box truck over here, load it all into the box truck, and drive it to the landfill. You may ask yourself why we do it this way. One, roll-off dumpsters aren't cheap. You only get them for like 2 weeks. So it doesn't make sense, you know, if you buy 3 units to pay $600 for a roll-off dumpster that you're not going to be able to use. Or it's 20 miles to the nearest dump plus dump fees. It don't make sense for us to take, you know, 1 unit at a time worth of trash, because I mean 1 unit at a time at a trash, there's not a lot. So what we do is we pay $100 a month for storage. We can use this 1 for our trash, for our donations, and 3 for extra furniture we don't have room for. But this is the reality right here. You know, I mean, just junk and trash and garbage. You know, stuff that, I mean, nobody's ever going to buy. It's stained up, like, you know, busted furniture, ripped mattresses, box springs, just dirty, nasty stuff. Like this big couch right here, you know, we bought it, it's been a while since this one, but it was missing the whole cushion. I mean, what are you going to do with that when it's no cushion? Missing a drawer. You know, that whole couch right there is missing the whole back of the couch. So financially for us, it makes more sense to pay $100 for a storage unit, move the stuff into said storage unit. We get extra space for stuff, and that's what we do. That's what works for us. Twice a year we can dump it. You can fit a lot of stuff into a 12 by 40. So, like this right here, okay, this table, it's a good table. It just got put in here because, one, we didn't have room and it needs to be fixed. So these 2 legs, I just simply got to put back under here, re-glue them, and that table can be sold. So we're keeping that table. You know, that kind of stuff. So that's the reality of it. You're gonna get a lot of trash. You got to be emotionless when going through stuff, you know, to a sense, because you're doing it as a business. And You know, maybe this dresser back here, for instance, that's missing a drawer, that could have been her great grandmother's dresser, and she remembers it from her childhood, so she couldn't bear to throw it away, so she put it in storage. Well, I don't have that attachment, so I'm gonna burn it. So, and that's what we mean by that, and this is the reality of it. You're gonna get units that's full of rats. You're gonna get them that's full of drugs. You're gonna get them where you know, you got to watch for needles and everything you do, anyways. But they're gonna be mold. There's gonna be snakes. It's gonna be nasty. So if you're planning on getting into this, just know you're gonna have to roll your sleeves up and get elbow deep. Anywho's, I gotta go home. We'll catch up to y'all in a bit. It's like nighttime. So, anywho's, you know, whenever I was in that unit a while ago and I said I had extra couch legs, yep, y'all remember that. Well, that brings me to a point. If you're going to be in this business and you're buying dead people stuff for people who's less fortunate or they're in jail, whatever the case may be, you removed your emotions from it. You said, hey, I don't mind the rat crap and the mice and the snakes. And
Suit yourself. I mind that.
Okay, so you've got this far in this business. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have a place set up where you can store stuff like extra legs for couches, door pullers for, you know, dressers and such. Whatever you need drawer pullers for, them things you're going to need them. You're going to need washing machine hoses and dryer hoses, dryer plugs, stove plugs.
Well, that's if you want to test those.
Or sell them with them. You're going to need parts and pieces, okay? And we got to get better at this ourselves, because they're kind of just scattered in here, but I kind of know where they're at.
I have an idea.
But here soon, we may be moving, or we may be staying here. I'm not sure yet. But I'm going to go buy me some of them big cubby things from Hobo Freight that we can put all this stuff in and have it organized. But like, I got different kinds of feet. There's some round feet in there.
Well, they're down below, huh? They're down there.
You know, we got all these different bolts and screws and nuts and washers and strings and saw blades, and we got these feet. You know, I got rollers, I got these kind of feet, and we got all these different things we can use in here.
Furniture pads.
You know, we got washing machine pieces and dryer pieces over here. We got dryer plugs and stuff. You know, we got a toolbox over here. It's behind this day bed, which we had to stick in here because we had nowhere else for it. But it's got nothing but doorknobs in it, like door pull handles and screws.
Hinges.
Bolts.
Well,
hinges. You gotta have hinges.
There is some hinges in there.
These right here.
Those are probably bad. Our other is over yonder.
Shelf pegs, you know, the little things that go into furniture for your shelf to sit on. We got a bunch of them, you know.
They're on the other side.
So you're gonna need that kind of stuff, and you're gonna need to keep it. So if you do get,
actually, they're right here.
You know, we got like, these are shelf pegs.
There's not any out. We'll have to open a bag.
Let me just show you while we're on the topic of it, because I done committed.
Careful, they're poured out in there.
See, it says shelf pegs. But they're like these. You know? Different sizes. When you do get furniture, and you're going to find furniture that's got 3 legs, or you're going to find dressers that's got all the drawers but one, take some of it off. Take the legs off of the couch if you're going to chunk it, or the handles or the knobs. Y'all seen some handles in that other one? I got plenty of them kind of handles, so I didn't take them off. But take some of them off and keep them, because you're going to need them.
Or if you're wanting to sell the dresser, do like a flat bottom, and then put like a basket.
If you got time for it, and it's a chest drawer, for instance, and you can make it where it's missing the drawer on the top, you can get some tongue and groove or whatever, and put down in top of that, make a shelf, you know, pretty it up. If you got time to do that, I don't.
We don't.
I done it a couple of times, but I just don't got time for it. So if you do that kind of stuff, fix it up by all means. But I ain't.
Mm-mm.
So always make sure you got that kind of stuff, and then you'll need clamps and wood glues, and we use this right here. This is a good tip. This is landscape fabric. You put under, you know, stuff to keep your weeds out. We use this to replace, because like on the bottom of box springs, couches, chairs, they got that fabric. So a lot of times they're torn. This is the same stuff. We just take this and redo it, staple it on there. Where's it out?
We found it out of units.
It makes it look pretty cool. New-ish. So.
Better taken care of, we should say.
Yeah. But listen, y'all are going to get, you know, remove the emotion out of it because it's somebody's bad situation. But run it like a business, you know. That's what you got to do. You can't sit there and get sad looking at their family pictures or reading their letters or finding their Aunt Sally's curls or their son's teeth in a box. Leave all that stuff for personals. Take what you can and you sell it.
Well, you browse to the personals for birthday cards.
Yeah, look through the birthday cards. I mean, you're going to find stacks of them. Tear them jokers open. Make sure there's no money because we have found money.
And gift cards.
And gift cards, y'all. I mean, you got to approach it with respect, knowing that somebody's bad day. And it's about to make your day either really long or really good. We've been in both, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, if y'all are going to get into it, just know that. You got to run it like a business. To heck with whatever happened to them people. In the back of your mind.
I noticed one comment. It was talking about our Square system. Just look and see what's best for you.
Yeah, Square, I love Square. Listen why I love Square. Because it's the only system I've ever used. Well, we had a different one at the other place, but here, it works awesome. I mean,
unless they crash.
The more you sell, you can get lines of credit through them. You know, loans or whatever, lines of credit, business lines of credit.
But there's also the Clover and something else. But just look and see what.
But if you're just starting up, you know, you can check with your merchant services through your bank, who you know bank with, and sometimes they can beat it. Sometimes, you know, it's just best to do what we do. I don't know. It's what we do.
Also, we didn't buy our Square system new.
Yeah, you can look on Facebook Marketplace or sometimes eBay. Maybe you find one cheaper. I think ours, like new, it was like $1,500, and we paid $1,000 for it.
I don't know if we paid that much. I thought we paid like 7 or 8.
I don't know. It's pretty high, but it works awesome, and it didn't come with a cash drawer or a receipt printer, so we had to buy them separate. But we still bought them at a discounted rate.
Well, ours did actually come with a cash drawer.
Yeah, but y'all's may not. Anyhow,
and we have a handheld scanner.
Yep, and if you're doing this as a thrift store, no barcodes.
I'd probably stay away from your scanners.
Because our goal is to get this stuff out as quick as possible, sell it, and go buy somebody else's dead people's stuff.
Plus, having to skew it all would be a pain.
But I don't know how we're getting on this tangent.
Yeah,
the whole tangent for this was buying dead people's stuff in their bad situation, and you know, it's a business. It is a business. Now, I do want to address this. You know, what do you do, for instance, with taking the emotion out if the owner shows up? Because it's happened. We've bought a lot of units, and we've had it happen where the owner showed back up or the owner's mother showed back up. And one video stands out, which was this one right here. Y'all can watch that. It's old storage unit owner showed up after I bought their unit at auction. She wants it all back. We ended up, we were almost done going through that unit in that video. The owner's mother showed up talking about how it was all her dad's stuff. I didn't hardly give anything for that unit. It wasn't.
I think it was her husband.
Yeah, it was her husband and son's stuff. And he died. But I didn't hardly give anything for that unit. I can't remember, but it was less than $70 probably.
Probably.
And we were already going there to pick up more units. So I think there was some nice stuff in there I could have sold, but there was nothing like huge money. So
we really bought it for that couch.
I ended up taking a few things. You'd have seen that video, and I said, you can have it all. And everybody said, oh, you're super nice. They're great people. One guy said, no, they only done that because it was on video. They're really horrible people, you know, that kind of thing. I try to live my life being a good person. I help people out, I think, a lot. You know, I don't try to rip anyone off. But I did give that unit back. Would I have done it if it wasn't on film? Absolutely. I didn't have nothing in it. I got my stuff to make my money back, maybe a little bit. And we were already going there anyway, picking up other stuff. However, this is a business, and I have removed most of my emotions out of it. And on the same token, I have bought a unit that y'all never seen before and paid $110 for it, and then get over there, and it's got some nice stuff in it. So I bring some of it home. And then the next day I'm there loading it and get the truck half loaded. The facility manager comes out there and
I
says,
think it was
hey,
that same day. No, not the next day, because it was in Georgia.
it was a different time altogether, I think. The storage unit owner come out there and said, hey, this was this guy's parents' stuff. They passed away and he don't know what's in here, but he wants to buy it back. If that's something you want to do. So I said, okay, I'm in this $110 plus my truck ran on time. I'm not picking up any other units. This is what I drove over here for. Okay.
But we weren't the only ones that bought one of his parents' units.
Yeah. So I looked at the stuff and I called him. I said, hey, look, dude, I named off. I got this and this and this out of it yesterday. It was like a big fire hose looking thing in a couple of cases. I said, I've got my truck halfway loaded. If you want this stuff, I'm gonna unload everything I've took onto the truck back into the unit, you know, minus the 3 things I named off, and I'll sell it back to you. Here's my price, $2 grand. Take it or leave it, you know. And he PayPal'd me $2 grand in my account. Within 10 minutes, I unloaded everything back into the unit, and I got in the truck and I left. You know, was I taking advantage of him? I don't think so. I could have made on that unit probably $4 grand
Or more.
or more.
But the other people also sold theirs back.
I felt bad for the dude. He was up in New York. His parents passed away. He didn't even know about that unit.
I think he was in the military too.
But I got to look at it like, in all transparency, as a business. I got to make money at this. This is what I'm here for. I got the truck rental. This is the second time, or the first time I've drove specifically to this facility. So I'm in it right off the bat. $350, you know, plus the unit cost. So yeah, I told him $2 grand. He paid me $2 grand. I sold him his stuff back. I don't look at. He's lucky I didn't ask for more, honestly. You know, so call me a bad guy. It is what it is. But I gotta run my business. I gotta take emotion out of it. Sorry, that's a sucky situation for you, but you're gonna pay me to get it back. You know, other times I'll give it back. Other times you're gonna pay for it. Here's what it is. Anywho's, thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. Y'all be sure to come back for the next video. We're going to be going through that unit. Don't know what we'll find. Probably nothing good, but we may. You never know. So, see y'all. You gonna miss your own fireworks.
Go ahead. She's here.
I mean, it's going.
Ain't no stopping it.
It won't last me 10 minutes. It'll be all right.
It don't last that long. Probably 3 minutes, Curtis.
Yeah, y'all are standing close enough. It's gonna set the motion work off.
They said, I told them to the front. This front. She said, you can't eat that stuff.
It was fun for me for your birthday.
You see? What's your birthday party? That's all you get. Fireworks. That's all you get. Fireworks like that. I know, right? Yeah.
Stay on this side.
You got one of them big ones going out?
No, I cut them out.
He cut the big one out.
There you go again. We got both the way.
Yeah, it's tied together like 4th of July.
Oh, you already got it tied.
Yeah, I fused it all together. It's like 8 different things.
You may have to zoom in on this again.